What's up guys? Today I'm excited to share my thoughts on the GEARBOX Ultimate, a pickleball paddle that has been getting a lot of attention lately. As an avid pickleball player, I was eager to give this paddle a try, and I have to say, it's been quite an interesting experience. If you end up liking this review, use our link in the description below, which will help support our channel. Let's get into it. First and foremost, I was impressed by the power and control it gave me. The paddle has a pliable feel to it, almost like when contact is made with the ball, the dwell time gives it a forceful touch. Probably because the vertical carbon fiber ribs along the length of the paddle. I love that. So different. They got a lot of ingredients in this recipe. Going into autopilot and letting the paddle do the work is a necessary action to wielding this weapon. The spin was another bonus. The paddle's surface allowed me to put some serious spin on the ball, which was great for helping me stay aggressive throughout the game. They got T700 Toray carbon fiber hitting surface with TXR grip technology on the face to get this special effect onto the ball. It gives what you give into it. If you play tennis and love the Western style grip, bring it on over because you'll enjoy this paddle with ease. I found a ton of success with using a full Western Kwangdong grip. Ripping drives and adding more spin with this grip was like driving a Ferrari on the open road. I got it, Kwang. I am also an airbender now. This is probably the first GEARBOX I felt comfortable with, without it feeling illegally overpowered. I like the way they took it down a notch without taking away that GEARBOX feeling it's known for. If you've ever hit with a GEARBOX before, you'll know it's much different than other paddles. Just by the way it hits. You'll know what I'm talking about. In specific terms, the reason it hits and sounds so weird is because they put smart dampened foam technology around the core and quiet sound technology. It still hits quite just like the brothers of this paddle. It's a sneaky paddle. If Batman played pickleball, he would have this guy in his utility belt. Another aspect I loved was the extra reach the elongated paddle offered. With its larger size at 11 by 7.375 inches and the handle of 5.5 inches, I felt like I could cover more of the court and get those tough to reach balls with ease. This was very useful for when people smashed overheads on me and I was able to reset. Speaking of resets, this sweet spot feels humongo. Just like the GEARBOX Pro, my volley resets were on point. The ball would bounce back on the other side of the kitchen, getting me the perfect reset. No wonder Wyatt Stone loves this paddle. It feels like a great 16mm paddle. Now there were a few things that took some getting used to. The pop on this paddle was a bit of a double-edged sword. I found myself having to slow down my swing quite a bit to keep the ball in bounds. It took some time to find the right balance and get accustomed to the sweet spot. It is a big sweet spot, which I really love. But having such a big sweet spot still takes a little bit of getting used to. For defense, I felt unstoppable. But if I caught a speed up ball and tried to reset, sometimes it would bounce off a little bit too high and I'd find myself back in the transition zone, fighting my way back to the kitchen. Slowing down my swing and staying more compact for dinks is a big change for me, but might be perfect for you. Adjusting to the 16mm thickness of this paddle was an interesting challenge. While it didn't prove to be as difficult as I had anticipated, it was something I had to be mindful of, especially when transitioning from a regular carbon fiber 16 to a GEARBOX 16. It doesn't feel like it's a 16mm because the edge guard is gone and the technology is just completely different, almost like alien technology. When you hit with this thing, you'll get it. It just feels totally different. The price is steep, $275, and you can access this paddle. Even though it's expensive, it will last you a long time. So if you're playing rec or you have a light competitive career, this paddle is for you. If you're the tennis guy looking for spin, power, and control, you'll enjoy this one very much. If you are elderly and need assistance with more power and pop to your game without having to do a ton of moving on the court, I highly recommend this paddle for you. You'll be able to reach, reset, and dink with a lot of ease and have fun games with little movement from your swing and dinks. In conclusion, the GEARBOX Ultimate is a solid pickleball paddle. It's going to offer you a unique blend of power, spin, and reach. If you're in the market for a new paddle and you're intrigued by the GEARBOX Ultimate, I'd recommend giving it a try. Just be prepared to pay the price and put in a little extra time to get it down. Definitely got a unique characteristic. If you're coming from the GEARBOX family already, I'm sure you'll love this bad boy, and if you're looking to switch to GEARBOX family for the first time, it may require a season of mastering. But once you master it, it's going to be a very valuable addition to your pickleball arsenal. If you'd like to pick one of these up, use our link in the description below, which will help support our channel and what we do. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. See you guys on the courts.